Andre, I can't believe it's been almost 11 years since Subaru blacklisted us for taking an Outback. Well, this is exactly why I brought my car, 2015 Subaru Outback, in the same color to the same place. So let's recreate that video and hopefully get better results. Andre, I can't believe it's been almost 11 years since you, Nathan, and myself drove down this very same trail. Wow. In that Subaru that, well, caused all the issues. Yeah, but that was a brand new car. It was a new generation of the Outback. It was a humongous deal. We were very excited back then. We were very thin and young back then. Yes. But you know what? Let's do this. Let's cut to the studio and let's show them that video so they can see, for those of you guys who haven't been with us the last 11 years, what we did to get ourselves blacklisted, and maybe we can kind of talk about it as well. Yeah, that would be nice. Andre, I have completely forgotten that we took the Raptor up first.
Look at this. This is a 2014 F-150 Raptor. Well, first of all, it's our first long-term truck that we've ever owned, and also a very cool truck.
Yeah, and I had completely forgotten that. But if I recall right, we did this not because we were trying to make Subaru look bad, but we did it because it was a benchmark.
Yeah, so we've never really run this trail until that moment 11 years ago, right? This is October of 2014.
And look at that thing. It's a mountain goat. It just scrambled right up there. Look how happy I am.
Look at that. You're screaming. You're happy. Yes, everything was... Well, actually, the truck struggled just a tiny bit, but it did it.
Yeah, and this is kind of demonstrates the difference between something with a low range and something without a low range. And I think I could see why Subaru would get mad at us, because if you look at this, it feels like we're comparing a Subaru to a Raptor. But I did say I believe that this was a benchmark.
And then Nathan repeats it too.
Yeah, so
it wasn't like we were hiding.
And we were comparing the two.
Yeah, and also the F-150 was never in the thumbnail.
No.
It's not like there was an F-150 and there's a Subaru. No. We just did it because it was our first time on this trail.
And we wanted to make sure that it was actually doable. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see how Nathan did when he got into the Subaru. Let's see what happened. And we'll first look at him going up truth before we do dare. Okay, there's Nathan. I miss Nathan, by the way. We love his Rush hat.
Yes.
His love for the band.
And Roman, I'm growing a goatee just to be like Nathan.
Yeah, you guys are both. I mean, he was probably your age now there.
Probably.
He's a little bit older than you are.
Yeah, he's a few years older than me, so yeah.
All right. So, as you know, Nathan believes in the momentum way of going up a hill. There's not a lot of subtlety.
Right.
To
Nathan goes to 11.
He goes
usually.
to 11, yeah, which is great. And there he goes, and there's, look at that, even the same color. Look at it go.
Same color. Once again, this is a 6-cylinder, not a 4. This is a loan vehicle from Subaru.
Screwed up the hill. He just floored it.
He did.
There's no pussyfooting around with Nathan.
No. Well, it started slowly, and then it just shot up there. By the way, that's me filming right there.
Yeah.
Because you're up the hill on a tripod, and I'm below with a different camera.
Yeah, there's me. And there's Nathan just trucking up. So the Subaru did very well going up truth. I'm curious to see how yours will do.
Okay.
And let's fast forward to it going up dare, because this is where things went awry. Okay, here he goes. Now this is him going up the hard way, the dare side. And
his smile turned into a frown.
It looks like it just stopped. Oh, it went a little bit again. And there you are. You can see yourself filming it from the side.
Look at that camera work, Roman.
Oh, yeah, you are a professional. And there it lifts the wheel.
Yeah.
And there it's pulling power. And it's not actually, what it should be doing is basically sending traction to the wheel with traction, or sending torque to the wheel with traction.
And I think, you know what, all of us were surprised.
Yeah, we were surprised.
Because this was not our first Subaru test, but this was probably one of the harder obstacles that we put a Subaru ever on. So I think we were surprised by this.
Yeah, I think Subaru was surprised by it too.
Yeah.
But this is where he's completely floored and nothing is happening. And now it's actually floored and starting to roll back.
Yeah, so now he's backing up.
I think he's gonna try it one more time. See, nothing. He said nothing. Nothing's happening.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's kind of stuck. It made it like halfway.
So no like rain or moisture, nothing like that.
There he goes. And there's
rocks flying.
There's a little bit. It's trying, and then it hits that root, and it can't go over the root, and it cuts power. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
So my contention, Andre, is that Subaru blacklisted us not because of, you can see, I mean, there's no damage to that car.
No.
Not because of what happened to the car, but because we showed basically this vehicle being unable to actually go up this hill. And you know, this is not necessarily a bad thing, right? You don't have to have every car with
go
a low
up every
range,
mountain.
Every mountain, yeah. I mean, you know, most of these Subarus, let's face it, are grocery getters and ferrying kids to school and taking people to work.
And also, Subarus have a lot of other positive attributes. They're efficient. Most of them are efficient. They all have all-wheel drive. They're also quite safe vehicles. We've talked to many people.
All right, that's enough buttering up Subaru. Let's cut back to the car. The reason that the fleet manager gave us for them being angry at us is that we pinstriped the vehicle going through this kind of very narrow section. And you know, I felt bad about that. In fact, I called them when we got back, and I told them that we pinstriped it.
Yes.
But what was a little annoying to me, I should say a lot annoying to me, was that when I got home, I had a Subaru STI in my garage, and it was gone.
And that was a loan from Subaru that took back. And I had a BRZ in my driveway that was also gone.
And I wasn't annoyed that it was gone, but they had the code to my garage, and I initially thought that somebody had stolen the car.
Right.
Because they didn't give me the courtesy of a phone call to say, by the way, we're taking the toys away from you because the last video you did we weren't happy with. And that's what really kind of got me aggravated.
And also, like you mentioned, the pinstriping that I also felt terrible about, by the way, which is buffable, right?
It is buffable.
It's fixable. They didn't really give us, like, there was no back and forth conversation about it, right?
Yeah, nobody from Subaru ever called us. All I heard was from the fleet manager, which is not Subaru. It's a company that manages the Denver press fleet, saying that, oh, by the way, you damaged, and I'm doing air quotes there, a car, and so, you know, no Subarus for you.
So does that mean we're just like, this video is about crying? Are we just...
You're saying this is sour grapes?
Yes.
No, this is an interesting test to see if what we had done back then was something that was the fault of us or the car. And so I thought it'd be interesting to recreate it. And more importantly, Andre, where'd you get this car? Tell me the history of this thing.
Yeah, so you may or may not know this, that my family, my wife and I, have been huge fans of Subaru. When I met my wife, she wasn't my wife back then, she had a Subaru Legacy that she drove for years and years and 185,000 miles. Then my wife and I actually purchased a 2015 blue Outback. Remember that one?
I remember the window stopped working.
Exactly. And then this car we just bought a few months ago. This is a 2015. It belonged to my wife's aunt that meticulously took care of this car and drove it 88,000 miles. And she was moving on to a different vehicle, and because this car was such great condition until today.
Well, I don't want to, hopefully we won't damage your car.
Right. We have to buy it.
And it's ironic that it's the same color.
Same interior.
Same interior, same spec, except for one pretty important thing.
The engine.
Yeah, this is a 4-cylinder.
Yeah, and back then that car, that launched 2015 Subaru, was a horizontally opposed 6-cylinder.
And I think that the trail has changed somewhat over the last 11 years, but let's take a look at it when we get there. You know the water fording of this Outback, Andre?
Do I know the depth? No.
Yeah.
No. You know, this water is almost always here, no matter if it rains or not. So it's probably a little creek or a spring. Should I go faster?
Well, we got through it. So if you have a 2015 Subaru Outback with the 4-cylinder,
yes,
you can go through at least 1.5 feet of water.
As verified by us.
That's verified by us, that's right. So there you go, Subaru, look at that. For all you would-be used Subaru buyers. Andre, there's been a teeny tiny TFL policy change regarding personal vehicle use before you go up Cliffhanger 1.0.
Oh yeah, I know. When we're using our personal vehicles, if something goes wrong or gets damaged, TFL is responsible for fixing that.
Yep, that's changed. Now you are.
When did that change?
Just now. Anyway, this is Cliffhanger 1.0, and we've got two sides. We've got Truth on the left and Dare on the right.
Yes.
And if you recall, the Subaru did not struggle too much going up Truth.
Yes, it's here.
But we could not make it up Dare. But the course has changed over the last 11 years.
Yeah, so I'm noticing a couple of things. There's fewer roots on the Dare side, but also the V-notch is greater, the holes are deeper, so it's still very, very challenging.
Now, we do have also a different set of tires on this car than came stock with it. And actually, I think we got better tires.
Yeah, actually, my wife's aunt actually spent a lot of money on these tires.
Yeah, Michelin's.
So it's a Michelin Cross Climate Square,
Right.
all-weather
Weather.
type tire, which is actually really good quality.
All right, so are you going to use X mode, Andre?
Of course I am. Of course.
So let's do this. You go up, and I'll film you and commentate on what's going on as you see if what we did back 11 years ago is still valid today with, you know, how many miles?
88,000 miles.
That shouldn't affect it.
No.
All right, let's go to it. Remember, policy change, Andre. Policy change. All right, are you worried about ground clearance?
I have 8.7 inches, Roman, of ground clearance.
That's a lot of ground clearance, Andre.
Well, not as much as a truck would have.
We're talking about ground clearance, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, what I'll do is I'll do a little bit of commentating and you do a little bit of driving.
Okay.
Yeah, good luck, my man.
I'm not that worried.
No?
I mean, these are pretty reliable, durable cars, aren't they?
How much do you think it's worth?
We paid $10,000 for this car.
That's a lot. It's still a lot of money. All right, let's go.
Okay.
No more. Let's go for it.
All right, so I'm gonna do the Truth side, which is the easier side first. And let me select X mode. X mode is supposed to modify the traction control system, the throttle mapping, transmission setting, which is a CVT, and supposed to provide better traction at slow speeds. That's the whole kind of marketing spiel behind it.
So far, so good. He's not having any issues.
And if I am using a little bit of momentum, ooh, it's struggling now. Ooh, come on. Traction control light was blinking, but it recovered and it actually climbed. Of course, I am not Nathan. Nathan was driving last time. Oh, come on, you can do it. So our driving styles might be a little bit different, but I tried to maintain momentum. He was able to do Truth, and I'm able to do Truth.
And there goes Truth, just like the last time we did it. Except that the last time we did it, it was Nathan driving. And Nathan kind of is like an on and off switch. And what I mean by that is like he's either at 0 or at 11. And of course, this being Andre's car, he's a little bit more gentle, a little bit more nuanced with the throttle, which is probably a good thing. I wonder if that means he'll do better going up the Dare side. I did find a mud flap. So if you're thinking this trail is just, you know, a dirt road, then maybe you might want to reconsider that because it's harder than it looks.
Oh God. Am I going to be able to descend this? There's still quite a lot of roots. And sorry. I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm talking to my wife now. I'm sorry. I'm taking care of the car. No worries. Actually, the other beautiful thing is the hill descent control is built in to this mode as well. So there is a separate button for it, but right now I am using it. And it's applying ABS, and it's maintaining, about 2 or 3 miles per hour on the way down. So it's actually making my descent a little bit easier.
All right, Andre, good work.
I did it.
Good work. Nice work.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to go up here and see how you do. So Nathan made it up to this route. Hey, Andre, so you got to aim for that root right there.
Which route?
I'll show you. This root was the one that got Nathan stuck. Right here, this one. This route.
Are you serious? You want me to go there?
Yeah, I want you to get a wheel into one of these routes. Because it doesn't prove anything if you go around it.
Okay.
So try it for the first time. If you can't go over it, then you can go around it.
Okay. So the whole point is, the route is an obstacle, right? And we don't know for sure because we're not engineers at Subaru, that the vehicle is designed to prevent damage by cutting power, right? So as soon as I approach an obstacle like this, okay, come on. I may not make 100% throttle. Okay, that's it.
Are you already stuck?
That was 100% throttle.
Wow. And you're not even to the root. All right, try it a little bit more to your left.
Let me do another approach.
Yeah, try a little bit more to the left. So this is the problem that we originally pointed out, where the CVT tries to protect itself. And so it cuts power. And no matter how much throttle you apply, even in X mode, you don't end up going anywhere. I think I was a little too optimistic coming way up high here.
I'm trying to look at this now. So I think I can get a little bit of... I was trying to get momentum, but I couldn't get momentum. The traction control system is angry at me.
There you go. There he goes.
Ah, come on. Come on. I can't. That's it.
You got full throttle?
Yes.
You're going backwards.
I know, but this is full throttle.
It's just not sending any power to any wheels.
Nothing spinning?
Nothing. Nothing is spinning at all. You're getting a little bit of wheel spin, and then once it realizes that nothing is spinning, it cuts power right away, right? Once it realizes that there's no traction, instead of allocating traction to like this front passenger side wheel, which isn't in the air, it just cuts all power.
Okay, I'm gonna try one more line.
All right, try one more. Are you gonna use momentum or no?
A little bit Nathan method.
Okay, he's gonna use the Nathan method. This is the method that gets things broken. Keep in mind the new company policy.
Yes. I'm sorry, honey. I'm talking to my wife again. Not Roman. I don't call Roman honey.
And I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed by Andre. He's putting his own vehicle in harm's way. And by the way, that company policy, I'm just joking about that. Maybe. Depends on how much damage we do. No, I'm kidding. All right, come on up, dude. Third time's a charm. Here he comes.
A little bit of momentum.
Using momentum. And I think he's gonna get stuck. Oh yeah, that's
it. Also 100% throttle. No. I can't do it. Roman, there's only so many times I can keep banging my head against this.
Yeah, it's not gonna do it. Let's call it.
Okay.
All right, going down.
Oh, going down.
Hey, you did get higher than Nathan.
Yeah, I did, actually.
He did. He got higher than Nathan, so there's that. But if he had kept going, he would have hit those elephant steps, giant ruts. And basically, the car just doesn't have the traditional lockers or a low range that would allow it to go up the dare side of Cliffhanger 1.0. And that's not a bad thing, right? Not every car has to be a Wrangler or Bronco, because the downside of Wranglers and Broncos are that you end up having a pretty compromised on-road ride for a lot of off-road credibility.
So look at this, guys. My engine oil temp went up to about 219. Nothing 217, nothing too terribly dramatic, but the car was warming up, at least as far as I can tell. And I was using X mode as I showed.
Hey, Andre.
Yo.
I got you a spare part.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's a mud flap.
Where? Where did it fall off?
No, but in case one does, you now have an extra one.
I wonder what vehicle is this
I don't know,
from?
it could be off a Subaru. It's kind of one of those that's integrated into the body.
Interesting.
Yeah, anyway, in case you lost one, there's an extra one for you. So, I have a couple questions.
Yeah, what's up?
First, would a new 2025 or 2026 Subaru be able to do it?
We don't know.
We don't know because Subaru doesn't loan us cars.
No.
Second question,
Yes.
do you think that we're being fair to Subaru by doing this test
Okay,
and repeating it?
So two answers from me. First of all, the name of this vehicle, Outback.
Yeah.
It harkens, well, in my mind, to Australian Outback, which is off-road areas for long distances. So I think this behooves the image of this car, right? Doing something like this on an off-road trail. So I think we're trying to actually see how outdoor worthy this car is.
Yeah, and I don't think we're doing anything that is outside of this car's performance envelope because, you know, there are videos from recent launches where they actually take both the Forester, the Crosstrek, and the Outback into courses. But those courses are, of course, made by Subaru, which, you know, begs the question, would they ever build a course that they can't do?
Well, also there's commercials that Subaru publishes, you know, them cresting, I don't know, some of the passes in Colorado in some of their cars. So,
and just for you guys, I have spoken with Subaru and I've asked them to bury the hatchet, and all I've heard is crickets. So I think we've kind of gone.
We've tried several times.
Because look, at the end of the day, this is the part that is so weird about this, right? We don't need to sell Subarus. And certainly we don't need to sell Subarus in one of their biggest markets here in Colorado. And yet, one of the biggest, dare I say, Andre, I had to use that cliche, the biggest off-road channel doesn't review Subarus because...
Except they still got me. I keep buying these things.
I know, we bought, and Ian now drives the old Crosstrek. He's a videographer that we bought because we were so keen on finding out actually how good these things were off-road that we actually ended up buying one.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, there you go. I think this proves that what we did the first time was not a fluke. We weren't trying to be unfair to the car.
Yeah, we weren't mean.
No.
Yeah.
And we weren't comparing it to a Raptor. So Subaru, I do apologize for that if we put a Raptor in with this, but it was meant as a benchmark, not as a comparison. If that really got you angry, let us know in the comments below if there's something you'd like to see. Maybe you have a new Subaru and you want to lend it to us, and let us take it up Cliffhanger 1.0, because if Subaru won't let us do it, maybe you will.
Thank you very much.
Ciao.